When we talk about reports and dashboards, it's a very simple thing as we understand what reporting is, and we might have done some sort of report sometime in our lives, right? If nothing, then you must have got some report cards, right? So report is basically what? It's the summary of data, right? Maybe summary of data, or you can say it's a subset of the data, right? So primarily, if I have a table, let's say I have all these opportunities, and out of all these opportunities, if I need a report only for last month, so out of the entire database of all the opportunities that I have, let's say I have data for last 5 years, I need only the opportunities from last 1 month. So this is a subset. So this is primarily subset of the data, right? On the other hand, if you want on the opportunities, you want to know how many opportunities at what stage. This is more of a summary. Okay, so let's say for at which stage you have how many opportunities, that is more of a summary. So you don't need the entire database, you just want to know a summary, that which stage how many opportunities I have, or what is the total worth of a certain stage opportunities, or opportunities from a particular country, that way, right? So since we are dealing with the data here in Salesforce, we are also required to work on the reports part, because a lot of reporting will be done using these database tables that we have created, the ones that we have already created on Salesforce. Alright. So there are very few things which we need to understand for reporting, and this is an easy thing for us. First thing that we need to understand is a report type. Okay, so while you're creating a report in Salesforce, you have to understand what is a report type. Report type is primarily, report type in Salesforce primarily defines what objects you want to use on the report. So report types defines which all objects are being used on the report. So whether you want to create a report for accounts or opportunities, or for contacts, or for cases, or for accounts and opportunities. So which all objects you are going to use in the report, that is defined in the report type. How report type is chosen, that is something which we'll do once we do the example. I will show you. But for now, your understanding should be report type primarily says which all objects are being used for a particular report. Okay. Then the second thing is, that's the report type. The second thing that we need to understand is fields. So any report will have a few fields of data, which are like columns or the fields of the Salesforce. Third is the filter. Okay. So do you want to do a reporting on all the data, or on some data which meets some criteria? So that is what will be defined in the filter. Let's say I just want a report of all the accounts from US, or I want to do a report of all the accounts from real estate industry. So that these are filters. Okay. Then there is the format of the report. What is format of the report? So Salesforce has different report formats. Depending on what kind of an output you want for the report, you choose a format. So the available options that we have are tabular. So this is a normal table kind of a report. Then we have a summary report where we summarize the data, as I told you that sometimes report is a summary of some data. So summary report allows you to do summarize the data using some field, basically allows you to group the data based on some criteria. There's one more called metrics report. Metrics report is used for summarizing the data on 2 axes. So if you want to summarize the data in terms of X axis and Y axis, then your metrics report can work there. Okay. And apart from that, there is one more report format which is called a joint report format. So this is one more report format that we have. Okay. So we have tabular, summary, metrics, and joint. These 4 report formats we have. Alright. So we'll see how we work on each of them. And there is one more thing in reports which is called folder. What is folder? Folder is where you save the report. Okay, so reports you cannot directly save. You have to save any report. Let's say you've created a report and you want to save it so that you can use it in future as well. You have to save it in a folder. Okay, so folder is the location where you save the report. Alright, clear? Now let's go and create a report and see an example. Satish, can you please share your password? Okay, just give me 1 minute. So simple thing that we have to do, we have to just go to the reports tab. How do you go to the reports tab? You can either go to the sales app and from there you can go to the reports tab, or you can click on this button, all tabs, and from here also you can go to the reports tab. So to create a report you always have to go to the reports tab, go to the reports tab and then try to create a new report. So this is the reports tab. Usually you have this in the sales app, but because I did not have that, I was on HR manager app. So I went to all tabs and took it from here. Okay. So you come to the reports tab, what you see there are a lot of folders listed here. I told you where folder is the place where the reports are saved, right? So you see a lot of folders listed, but we don't have to get into the folder right now because at this point of time we have not created any report. Let's go ahead and create the report. If you want, you can create your own folders as well. You can just click here and you can say new report folder. Okay. So we are not creating the folder. Let's start with creating a new report. For creating a new report, you will click on this button. The moment you click, on this, it asks you to supply a report type. So again, what is report type we just discussed. A report type basically defines what objects to be used in the report. So if you see here, it is asking you to select which all objects you want to use in the report. Do you want to do a report on accounts or accounts and contacts or the opportunities or whatever. So what objects you want to select in the report, that you have to select here. So let's say I want to do a report for accounts. Selected. Go ahead and click on create. Okay. So now our report has got created. So the basic report draft is there. you can now make changes onto this. So this is usually called the report builder screen. Okay, what you see is the report builder. You have the fields listed here. So what all fields you want in the report, you have these options available. You can drag any of these fields and bring it here. You have the filters here. Whatever filter you want to put, as I told you, you can put filter, let's say all the accounts from a particular country, or all accounts from an industry, that sort of things. So you have the filters here, you have the fields here. You want to remove some fields, just go ahead and remove them. So go ahead and remove them this way. So you just have to drag the field. If you want to remove it, you have to drag it from here and put it back. If you want to bring some field, you will have to take it from here and put it on the report builder area, the preview section. Okay, so whatever fields you need in the report, just bring those fields, remove everything else. Rating I don't need, let me remove. Type of report I already have. Revenue I want, let me bring the revenue. I want other field called number of employees, let me bring this. So whatever fields you need in the report, just bring those fields, okay, from here. The ones that you do not need, you can remove those. Then start putting filters. Okay, so on the filters, the first thing that you will see is that there is a date field filter which is already there. Date field filter is already there by default. Okay, now what you can do is you can kind of add this date field. In this you can put any date field and put a filter on that. See, whatever date fields are there, the fields with the data type date, those are available here. You can put some filter on the date fields using this. If you don't want to put any date field criteria, then you can just go ahead and make it all time. So this date field filter will get cleared. Earlier it was some custom field filter was there, but once you make it all time, you get to see all the records. Apart from this, if you want to put more filters, you just have to go to filters, add, and say add field filters, and you have to say whatever filter you want to put. Let's say I want only accounts which have at least 100 employees. So I would go to this, I would say employees greater than 100 equals or greater than greater or equal 100. Okay, so these are the accounts where the employees are more than 100. So you see all the results which are displaying here have employees more than 100. Correct. So this ways you can put filters. So it's not just one filter that you can put. If you want one more filter, and the revenue should be, let's say, more than 50,000. So you can say, okay, I want revenue greater than 50,000. So two filters have been put. Revenue greater than 50,000, employees greater than 100. Simple. No difficulty understanding this. It's easy. So this is how we put filters and the fields in the report. Along with these filters, there is another option called filter logic. What is a filter logic? It's a logic between multiple filters. So right now there is an AND logic. So only the records which meet this plus this criteria, those are being displayed here. If you want to put OR logic here instead of AND, if you want to put an OR, so that your logic becomes that even if a record meets one of these criteria, it should be displayed. Now only the records which meet both the criteria, they are being shown here, right? So in that case, what you have to do, you have to go to add filter logic, and there you will say 1 or 2. Say okay. That's it. Alright, so now what is happening? Now we have put an OR logic. So the first logic becomes number 1, second becomes 2, and we have put a 1 or 2 logic, which means now even if one of the criteria is met, that record will be displayed in the report. So depending on your requirement, right? If you want to put an OR logic, if you want to put, by default it's AND. If you want to put OR, you have to go and add the filter logic. Clear so far? Anyone has a question here? Please let me know. Else we are going to go to the next step. Everyone okay with creating the report? How the report is being created? We are okay with that? Okay. So let's do one thing. Let's do an example. I want a report on opportunity, and I want to display name of the opportunity, account, amount, expected revenue, and stage. Okay, this is the report that I want to create. Okay, and I want only opportunities. The filter, these are the fields that I need on the report, and I want a filter which will be amount greater than 100,000. So only the opportunities where the amount is greater than 100,000. This is what I want to see. Can we just quickly create this report? So you understood, right, what we have to do? I want you to create a report on opportunities where I want to see these fields: name, account name, amount, expected revenue, stage, and amount should be greater than 100,000. Alright, start doing it. Let's quickly work on this, and let me know who finishes it first. So we know where we have to start, right? Where do we need to start? Reports tab. So first of all, go to the reports tab, and then create this. I want one of you to share your screen so that we can demonstrate. Rohit, shall I make you the presenter? The others can, in case someone is not able to do, can demonstrate a demonstration. Okay, Rohit, you are the presenter. So do it on your own, but in case you find any difficulty, you can just quickly look onto Rohit's screen. So can you, Rohit, start it from the first? Right.
I already chosen the opportunity as a.
So can you again go to setup? No, go to setup, then go to the reports tab, and then start. Setup, click on setup. Yeah. So you just keep on doing it. That's it.
Selected name, right?
Name, account name, amount, expected revenue, stage, 5 fields. Name, account name, expected revenue, amount, and stage.
What was the condition? It was expected revenue should be equal or to 100.
Amount greater than 100,000. Condition is amount greater than 100,000.
Okay.
So everyone can see that on this, on the chat window, the condition, the criteria that we want to put.
It's the same.
So you just have one opportunity there.
I guess no. Yeah, I have another account who have 100,000. Should I go and check in opportunity itself?
Now just go and see how many you have.
Then you need to change the create date, the time frame actually, data type.
Ah, right. Okay, Suresh is done. Yeah, so what Ankit is saying is correct. You need to change the date criteria. Okay, Suresh, can you just share your screen? Show us how it looks. So who else is done?
Yeah, I am done, Ji.
Very good. Okay, who is not yet done? Who is still struggling?
I am not done. Yet.
Okay. Do you want me to share your screen and see if you are stuck somewhere?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Narayan, can you please share your screen? Okay, no problem.
What would be the date field? Should I take it created?
Make it all
No,
time.
range should be all time.
Make the range all time.
Opportunity created.
So we are seeing all these things. You have to put the criteria account name. Instead of account name, you see amount greater than 100,000. So select the field amount, Narayan. Select the field amount and make it greater than 100,000. There is a field called amount. Scroll up, then you will find it. Greater than 100,000.
It's done actually. I was choosing it from 1st of Jan.
Yeah.
was supposed to be from December.
Right.
It's done now. Yeah.
Right. So done for everyone. Anyone who is still working on this, or anyone who needs help? So we know how to create a report, right? So whenever a report is asked, you can create. So if I say that I want a report of all the opportunities which are more than 100,000, or if I want all the reports which are at a particular stage, you can easily create the report and give it to me, right? Fields we'll have to select, we'll have to select, and the report will be done, right? So seems everyone is fine with this. Now we'll get into the next thing. Next is the other format of the report. This was a simple tabular report, okay? The other report that we're going to talk about is a summary report. Now the requirement is different. Your management told you that we want to know what is the total worth of opportunities at each stage. So there is a field in opportunity called stage, right? And under stage there are a few options. Pick list, that's a pick list. Prospecting, under negotiation. So they want to understand what is the amount of opportunity which is stuck in which stage. Fine, they want to just see this, how many opportunities worth how much under which stage. This cannot be done here. This cannot be done on this, because that is about summarizing the data on the stage, right? So let's do that report now. So I'll
Can you repeat what are we doing?
Okay. You guys can see my screen? Right. Now the report that we have just created, that is a tabular format of the report, okay? Tabular format. So format of the report is simple table format. The second one that we are going to talk about is a summary format. So summary format is where you summarize the data based on some field. So for example, this opportunity report that we just did, if I am asked to categorize all opportunities by stage, this is something which I will have to do using summary format, okay? So my management wants to know under which stage how many opportunities I have, or what is the total worth of opportunities, what is the total amount of all the opportunities under which stage. That is where we will go and use the summary format. So how summary format is used, let's see. Go to setup. Sorry. Reports. New report. This is what you just did, right? The opportunity report we created. Okay. Now what we want to do, we just want to go and define the summary format report. So let me remove all the fields and I will just include the ones that I need. I need opportunity name, I need amount, I need expected revenue, I need stage, and that's it. Let's just keep these fields, okay? Let me also clear this one, make it all time. Okay, so this is a summary, this is a tabular report. Now I have been asked to summarize the data based on the stage. So how many closed won, how many perception analysis, how many proposal price quote, right? That is what. For that you just have to go here and change the format. Right now it's tabular format, you just have to make it a summary format. The moment you make it a summary format, you start seeing a drop field option here. You will see the drop field. So this is the option where you have to drop the field using which you want to categorize or segregate. So I want to use the stage field for summarizing. So let me drag the stage field and drop it here. So this drop zone that you get to see, you have to drop the field that you want to use for summarizing. That field has to be dropped here. Click on this. Now see, need analysis, there is one record. Decision maker, there is one record. Proposal price and quote, there are 2 records. Alright, this is what we have here. Now what we can do from here is we can just go ahead and remove the details. Now what is happening? Along with the summary I can see the detailed records as well. I can see each and every single record which I don't want to see. So just go to show and remove the details. Okay. Before you remove the details, you have to make sure that you also mention which field you want to summarize. So I want to summarize, let's say, the total amount. So select amount and say summarize this field. Do a sum of this field. So then what will happen? You will get a sum of the amount under that particular stage. Same thing I can do for expected revenue also. Summarize this field, sum. Now go and remove the details. So this is your quick summary report. Which stage, what is the total worth of opportunity amount? At need analysis, there is 675,000 amount pending. At negotiation, you have $395,000 worth opportunity at the negotiation stage. It's a very useful report. So your management can see that, oh, we have close to 400,000 reports pending at negotiation. Let's do the negotiation fast and close it, right? There's close to 370,000 which is stuck at the price and quote proposal. Why are we not sending the proposal? That sort of thing, right? So every time you don't need a detailed report. Sometimes you need a quick summary report which can help you make quick decisions. Got it? Clear on it? Anyone has a question, please let me know. How we are creating a summary report. So simple thing, okay? So when you have a report and you are required to do some sort of grouping on the report, group by, categorize, segregation of the records, then we use summary format, okay? And we just saw that how do we create the summary thing. Now,
so this can only be done in a pick list data type field.
Yes, it can be only done on the pick list. That's correct.
Okay.
Because pick list is the only thing where you have that sort of option, right? If you want to do it with something else, then you'll have to create your own buckets. Let's say you want to do it using amount. So in amount is what? Here you can have any value. You can have 1, you can have 37, you can have 49, you can have 107. So here we cannot do it that way because there will be too many data points, right? Each data point is different. But in pick list we have a fixed number of values. So that is the reason why we are doing it with pick list. There is another option to do it with a number field, which is using a bucket field. What is this bucket field? Bucket is basically creating your custom buckets. Let's say for amount, you say any amount from 0 to 20,000 will mean small opportunities. From 20K to 100K is mid-size, and 100K plus is big opportunity. So This is something which we can create. These are custom buckets. So let's do an example on that. So if you want to create your own bucket, you have to click on this add bucket fields. Alright. So the question that Ankit was asking was that this is right now done on the pick list value, the categorization or the grouping. If I want to do it on some other field, so let's say I want to use amount. Amount is something where you have so many values. Someone might have entered one amount, the other opportunity can have a totally different amount. So end of the day, you will have too many data points. So you cannot summarize on too many data points. So for that reason, you can make buckets in that. So let's make these kind of buckets now. So I'll create 3 buckets, 0 to 20, 20 to 100, 100 and above. So for this, you just have to go and say add a bucket field. And then you will okay. So what is your source column? Amount. Bucket field, opportunity size. So you give it a name. So this is basically just a virtual field which you are creating only for report. It is not getting created on the actual database. So I said 0 to 20,000 small. 3 buckets I need, right? 1, 2, 3. 20,000 to 100,000. Mid size. And 100,000 and above, greater than 100,000, big opportunities. So now what you have done, you have created a bucket field. Okay, so if you do an opportunity, you make it a normal tabular report, then you will get to see all the opportunities which are till 20,000 are showing as small. Okay, it automatically has categorized them into small, big, mid size. This has got done. So this is a custom field that you have just put for the report. Okay, now if you want to categorize using this, you can just make it a summary format. Put it here. Okay, so you have only one opportunity in the small section, you have 6 opportunities in the mid-size section, and the total worth of that is 415,000, and for big size opportunity you have total worth of 4 million. You can just now make it remove the details. If you don't want to see all the records, you just want to see only the summary, remove details, also remove the drop down. Here it is. Small size opportunities, 1 record, 20,000 total worth of it. Mid size, 6 records, 400,000 worth, 415k. Big opportunities, so most of the opportunities that you have are big, and total amount or total worth of those opportunities is 4 million, right? Now you have one more requirement. So this much is done, right? Everyone is clear on this? Now the management comes to you and says that okay, you have segregated these opportunities into these buckets, small, medium and big. What we want to understand is in which size of opportunities, what is the stage of the opportunity and how much opportunity worth we have at each stage and at each size. So basically if you need something like this, small, medium, big. Okay, so now we just have one value for this, but if they say that okay, out of these how many are prospecting, how many are at negotiation, fine, how many are closed, one, how many of them are closed, lost. So now this becomes a matrix. So far it was summary in case you just needed one value corresponding to each of these group field, but now it becomes a matrix. So matrix format is summarizing your data on two different axes. So let me put the details and also put the drop zone. If I am further required to summarize it on one more axis, let's say the company wants to summarize the data based on the size of the opportunity as well as the stage. So you cannot do with the summary format, you have to make a matrix format report here. Let's create a matrix format. Now the moment you create a matrix format report, you will see that there are two drop field options, 1 and 2. So this one is basically for these rows, and you can put one more field for grouping, that will be for vertical columns. Do you see this now? Which type of opportunity, which stage? I think it should ideally be good if we do it this way. Take it here, the other way around. Yeah. Which stage, what size of opportunity, what is the total worth? You will get a better view if you remove the record count and details. Right. So at need analysis, I do not have any small opportunity. Okay. But at negotiation, I have this total, almost 300,000 worth opportunity at negotiation for big opportunities. Got this thing? So this is one more report that you can generate. This is matrix. So in matrix you are able to categorize the opportunities on the horizontal as well as vertical axis. Got it? Clear? Let me know if you have any questions. Are we all okay with it? Yeah, tell me. Hello, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to understand one thing. Once we created the bucket, there was the option of add bucket field, right? Now we created the buckets. Now from after creating the buckets, what we have to done? We have to simply add it to our report.
No, you don't have to see, you drag the bucket field here and the field is here, that's it. You don't have to do anything after this.
So after creating the bucket size from 0 to 20, after creating 3 buckets, so we created 3 buckets. 0 to 20.
You drag the bucket field. You can see my screen?
Yeah.
No, this is matrix. Okay, fine. Let's go back to the normal tabular format. Drag the bucket field. Details also we have to show. Drag the bucket field, you will have the option of creating buckets, and the moment you have created buckets, you click on OK, the field will be created like this, of size. Now this is a bucket field. You can bring it from here anytime or remove it from here. Correct? So like op size is what we created, you can drag and bring it here anytime now. Fine. So just like the way we have the other fields, just the way we have other fields, our bucket fields also get added. Okay.